Awesome. And five, your fifth of five predictions for 2026. It's around sovereign AI. Tell us about that.
Yeah, last year we talked about sovereign a lot, saying, there's different ways to do it. You could build government for government, where you build data centers for your government. You could build government with or for industry, where you build data centers to enable your indigenous industries to be able to move fast on infrastructure they couldn't afford to build themselves. And then there was government with industry, where the government plays a convening role. All good, been happening all year long. What we're predicting is, clearly there is a dramatic acceleration. There will be no country in the world that does not have a sovereign AI strategy as we go into 2020, 26 and into 2027. It's mainstream. What's exciting about it, though, is and that's all maybe predictable and understandable. What's exciting is now that you build out these sovereign infrastructures, what do you do with them? And it turns out you do a lot more than just government stuff. We're looking at, in the future, what do we need them for? I don't know, resiliency. If I want to basically create a backup for a critical infrastructure AI capability, maybe doing it in a sovereign infrastructure in the country that the critical infrastructure is in would be a good idea. That seems like a good use case. If I want to create agents that live somewhere long term, but those agents are in some way tied to a government, they are authorized or certified by that government. They're a Swiss lawyer, or they have they're given validation by the fact that they meet a expectation and a certification a government provides. Maybe their knowledge graphs and all of their back-end systems and data should be certified and live physically in an environment that has some connection to that sovereignty, and on and on. And so what we're excited about is, now that we've built a few of these things, sure, it's making government better, it's accelerating training infrastructure, but there's a lot more we can do with them. And that's pretty exciting when we think about the fact that, government's role may in fact increase as we bring more and more AI systems online, especially in the enterprise, and especially where they intersect with things that have a national interest. Critical infrastructure, defense, intelligence, healthcare, these kinds of services. It seems like it's almost impossible that we're going to be able to fully separate government from private sector in AI. And that's probably a good thing, because collectively we have a lot more resources to apply to it.